Hi, everybody, and welcome to Ivy League Analytical English. I'm Karen.
And I'm Wesley.
We're right at the end of July. Today is July 30th, and today we have a grammar lesson for you. We're going to be talking about adverbs.
好，今天我们要谈副词。
Now, let's look at this list that we see down here. To go from an adjective to an adverb, we often add ly, but not always. So be careful. Some words that end with ly are actually adjectives. For example, friendly. He's a very friendly person. That's an adjective. It is not an adverb. You can't say, he acts friendly. You can say it, but you're using an adjective as an adverb in that case. So friendly in general is not an adverb. It's an adjective, but it's ly. It ends in ly.
好，所以呢，这个第一部分我们谈到说，英文中的副词多半是形容词之后再加个 ly 变化而成的啊，所以基本上我们看到字尾是 ly 的字，我们大概就可以想，这个大概多半是副词，但我们讲多半，因为呢有一些字它字尾是 ly， 但是呢它其实还是形容词啊，例如说 friendly 啊，刚刚 Karen 老师讲的 friendly 是友善的，它是形容词，它不是副词。
And lovely, what a lovely picture.Yeah,
另外一个常见的是 lovely 啊，就是很可爱、很棒的、很美的啊。这个 a lovely picture， 那这个时候这 lovely 它当然是个形容词。
Elderly，
年长的 elderly 呀，所以你说这个 an elderly woman 啊，就是一位年长的妇女，也是形容词。Yeah,
that's right. So here, just off the top of my head, I didn't prepare these ahead of time. I came up with friendly, lovely, elderly. All three of them end in ly.But all three of them are adjectives and not adverbs.
啊，那这些都是形容词而不是副词。好，所以我们要记得 ly 字尾多半是副词，但是有例外啊，所以要注意一下。
That's right. And many adverbs do not end with ly.
那当然也有很多副词，它字尾不是 ly 的，好像我们底下就一大堆啊。
Okay, let's go through our list here at the top. So the adjective is slow. The adverb is slowly. Quick.Quickly, easy, easily, mainly.
好，例如说 slow 这个字呢是慢的啊，但是呢它的副词就是加个 ly slowly 慢慢地。那 quick 它是快的，那它的副词就是 quickly 啊。那其实这个 slow 跟 quick 在口语里面有的时候也会把它当副词来用啊，这等一下我们再来看。那 easy 是形容词，它的副词就是 easily。好，那 main 是主要的，那它的加个 ly mainly 这个就是主要的。好，那这个是基本上的一个形式 yeah.
But there is another category of adverbs that do not end with ly. They're quite different in nature. Let's look at a couple examples. For example, very.
那有一些副词呢，就像我们讲的，它尾巴不是 ly， 它是自成一格，像 very 就是非常地啊，它是字尾不是 ly， 但它是副词。
Ago.
以前啊，这也是一个副词。
All right, two things about ago to notice. So ago, is a schwa, ago, 重音在后面. But when you put it in a phrase, it is usually not stressed. So don't say 5 years ago when I was a student. It's 5 years ago. Ago, 没有重音. Usually ago is not stressed.
好，那 ago 这个字要注意哈，它自己一个字的时候是重音很清楚 ，ago 重音在 go 上面。但是呢，它在句中，尤其前面加了一个时间之后呢，这个 ago 通常是没有重音的，所以 10 years ago 啊，你不讲10 years ago 啊，听起来好怪哈。
Sounds like Taiwan English.
Yeah, 10 years ago 啊 ，ago 都两个都没有重音。
Hard
努力地啊，那这个字，它是个副词 hard 啊，那另外它加个 hardly 也是副词啊，不过要注意是 hardly 那个副词意思不太一样。Hardly 通常它的意思是几乎不的意思。
That's right. Hard is used in expressions like work hard.
Yeah, 那 hard 本身当副词用的话，例如说 work hard 就是努力的工作。
Enough
充分地啊，这也是个副词。
That's right, but it can also be an adjective. So, for example, you can say, I have enough time, don't worry. But, for example, he works hard enough.
好，所以呢 he works hard enough 这个时候就是副词啊，他工作够努力了。但是 enough 它也可以当形容词啊，所以 I have enough time 啊，我时间够啊 ，don't worry 啊，不用担心。
All right, so I'll just put out a little warning here. These grammatical analyses are useful for keeping things straight in your head and for understanding the structure of English. But a lot of times when you talk about grammar in a lot of detail and you go really deeply, you'll find that things no longer quite follow the rules and you'll find a lot of exceptions. And you'll think, but didn't you tell us that? The thing is, if you dig too deeply in, you're going to find out the places where grammars leak. There's a very famous saying that says, all grammars leak. 所有的文法都会漏水. All grammars leak. So no matter how well you've learned your grammar, if you are relying completely on grammar to understand English, or worse yet, to put your sentences together totally based on the rules of grammar that you've learned, you are going to make a lot of mistakes because all grammars leak.
所以这个文法，这个大家这句话好好记得。all grammars leak. 所有的文法都会有漏洞。所以这个你不能学语言不能完全靠文法。所以尤其是学英文，有些同学会觉得这个有的同学是对文法完全不在意，那也不好。但有些同学是文法太在意，他每一个句子一定要弄清楚，这个是什么词，这个是什么词，为什么是这样，为什么是那样。但是那样子呢，有的时候反而你会让自己负担太大，而且不见得有用。其实各位自己想想，你对中文的文法，如果你的母语是中文的话，你对中文文法了解多少？我最近在看一本书，谈到中文的文法，我看了一个头两个大。他一大堆，我就想哪有这么复杂的东西？他说，如果是什么什么什么某几个动词的时候，前面这个通常什么词会省掉？那如果这个东西放到句首的话，介系词会省掉，放到句尾，我完全不知道这些规则。可是我看他例句，我就看得出来对，这个句子是怪怪的，这个句子可以，对，这真的这个句子没有介系词的。所以
我对那些解释是甘之如饴。I love those.
但我也很喜欢读文法，但是因为我很少读中文的文法，
Yeah, so it's a whole new set of things that's new to you, so you have to adjust.
Yeah, 那中文的文法我其实以前也读过一些，可是这一次因为读的是比较专业的东西，就觉得怎么这么复杂。所以如果说我们使用中文的母语人士，每个人我们需要知道那么详细的中文文法吗？不需要，我们其实靠的是语感，也很少人搞得懂那么多那么详细的中文文法。那同样的，我们学英文的时候，太细的英文文法其实不需要花太多时间，因为我觉得那是得不偿失的时间。
And if you rely completely on those rules to put together a sentence in English or in any language, you probably come up with a sentence that people sort of understand, but nobody would say it that way. And my most common example from Chinese is a mistake I made years ago. I said to my friend, 我的衣服穿得里头在外头.
That's grammatical, I think.
But people look at me, they go, huh? Because Chinese go, because they want to be polite. And then they realize they didn't understand you at all.
Yeah, 所以这个文法这种东西呢，我们还是要学，而且基本的文法概念很重要。但是呢，这个有的时候你要允许有那种 ambiguity 出现。例如说有的字在这里，它到底是副词还是形容词还是名词？
Or if you follow the rules, I follow the rules. 这个东西的里头，现在在外头。I think it's perfectly grammatical, but nobody understands me. And they go, I know what you wanted to say. 我的衣服
穿反了。
Right.
Yeah.
So you're going to create a sentence that in theory the grammar is correct, but nobody uses it. It's not the right way to express what you want to say correctly and directly.
Yeah. 所以你如果完全靠文法学英文的话，你就很可能会写出一个完全合文法可是很怪的英文句子。
对，我就叫它里头在外头的句子。
Yeah.
对。All right. So the next word is somewhat.
有一点点那这个也是个副词前面那个 never 从来不，那也是个副词。
Somehow.
这不知怎么地它也是一个副词。
Okay.
然后我们看到有的时候呢，我们甚至可以用现在分词来当副词用那专门修饰形容词。
Okay, for example, it's freezing cold today. I would add out. I had to suppress it. You could hear it. I would say it's freezing cold out today. I think it's better with out. We're going to add it in.
Okay, 那这个今天天气冷死了，冷得好像要把人冻僵的那种感觉。
Right, and we add out to mean outside because if you come from a cold climate, you have to have indoor heating. Anybody from Beijing knows that, and anyone from Minnesota knows that. So if you go outside, suddenly you realize, it's really cold out today. It's freezing cold out today. That means outside, 一到外面，一到户外。
Yeah, 那个 out 就是外面的意思所以外面真的好冷哦。那 freezing 就是它是一个现在分词就正在冻僵的过程当中那在这里呢，它是当副词来用，修饰那个 cold 那当然其实也有人这个认为这个 freezing 在这里还是这个它就是分词 啊的特别一个名词，叫做分词，它不是副词啊，也不是形容词。那这个东西其实不管怎么样，最重要的是你要知道英文可以这样讲 It's freezing cold today 或者 out 加一个 out It's freezing cold out today
I vote for adverb.
那这个 Karen 老师认为这个应该是个副词啊，我也觉得应该是副词比较好讲，那比较讲得通。Yeah.
All right, the next one, just the opposite. In the summer, even where I come from, where it's so cold, it gets really hot. In the summer, sometimes we have extremes of weather where I come from. So we might also say in the summer, it's blistering hot out today.
那今天呢，外面真的热的 blistering 是 blister 是水泡的意思啊，所以 blistering hot 就是热的会让人起水泡那种感觉。你可以想到那个热到那个你身上的那个皮肤的一个爆起水泡了。
And it can really happen when it's extremely hot.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
所以这个 blistering 所以大家就记得 blistering hot freezing cold 这两个，各位把它背起来这是英文里面常常用来形容很冷或者很热的时候用的这个现在分词当副词来用。
Now, there is another one you can use, but not in this context so much. You use it more with liquids. It's boiling hot. Now, it may not be water. It may be something else. But when you say boiling hot, we are usually referring to a liquid.
那英文也可以说 it's boiling hot. 那这个时候 boil 是煮沸的意思，所以 boiling hot 通常是用来指这个形容液体例如说汤the soup is boiling hot.
Exactly. Then you have to be careful because you might burn your tongue. So watch out. That soup is boiling hot. Be careful.
好，所以这个汤呢非常的烫，滚烫，所以 boiling hot 类似我们中文讲的滚烫。
滚烫 is perfect.
那通常是指液体。
That's right. Okay, for two, we can use awful as an adjective. For example, his writing is awful.
好，那这个地方我们讲的是有一些形容词呢，它本身也可以当副词来用。那当然另外一种说法就是这些字它既是形容词也是副词所以像 awful 这个字呢，在这里它的文章 is awful 它这个文章糟透了那这个地方它就是一个形容词，因为它是放在 is 的后面当补语这个补足 writing 的意思那这个 his writing 这个地方通常是指他的文章，因为如果是指他的字的话，你可能会讲his handwriting.
That's right, but we would first think of 文笔, but handwriting is also possible. His writing is so bad I can't even recognize the letters. It could be handwriting, but handwriting would be better.
好，所以当我们看到 his writing his writing is awful, 我们先想到是他的文笔很差但是他也可能表示 his handwriting is awful 所以这要看 context.
It's funny because I had an emotional reaction to this sentence as a teacher. That's something you would never say to somebody's face or in front of other people. So if there's a student in the class whose writing is not very good, you wouldn't say to somebody else, oh, his writing is awful. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you better watch your mouth. You're going to make that person so discouraged he might get addicted to something and drop out of school.
所以这个当老师最好是不要这样讲尤其不能当着他的面讲，也不要跟同学讲这样子的话都不好
在背后讲 also be careful because everything comes back to you. Just be careful.
只有一种情况之下可以讲，就是在阅卷的时候看到有的人有的考生那个实在写得很差那有时候看的真的是会觉得怎么搞，不是念外文系毕业了吗？怎么英文还写成这样子？
That's a case when we might excuse it because people get really tired marking all those examples of poor writing. All right, we can also use it as an adverb, but be careful. Number one, this is more American than British. Brits don't do this very much. It sounds really out of place in British. It just sounds American. The second thing is, even though it's American, we don't use it in all situations. It's in casual speech that you will hear it most often. So if you are writing or if you are speaking in a more formal style, we'll probably say he's awfully mad. But in colloquial speech, especially when we want to emphasize what we're saying, we'll say he's awful mad. You better watch out.
好，所以这个地方这个例句呢，看到 he is awful mad， 这个地方的 awful 是当副词来用但是各位要记得，第一个这是比较属于美式英文的用法，第二个这是属于这个非正式的口语用法，而且是很 casual 的那它的意思大概就相当于 very 或者 awfully 但是呢各位要注意，这个一般也是非常 casual 的情况之下才会这样用，我们其实还是可以讲 he is awfully mad 还是用它的副词形式还是可以的。
Right. We often use bad grammar for emphasis. We do that a lot. We also use it when we're trying to sound closer to the people, like in folk songs or in rock music. You will find a lot of so-called incorrect grammar. That's there on purpose because it sounds like it's closer to common people. Now, when we break the rules, it sounds like we're so mad that we are not going to filter what we're saying and say it in a polite and delicate way. We're going to say it a very direct way, and by breaking grammatical rules, that makes it more emphatic. And we do that a lot. For example, I ain't gonna do it. For me, I'm an English teacher, but I will use that sentence when I want to make the other person really, really clear that I am not going to do this thing. I ain't gonna do it. 我就故意用那个不好的文法来强调。
好，所以要注意，这个地方呢，会另外一种可能，它会变得非常的强调。He is awful mad， 这个是用来强调，因为你已经这个程度大到你根本不管这个文法对不对了，或者是用比较少见的这种说法了啊，所以感觉起来是非常强调的一种用法。所以各位，这样的一个句子是有可能出现的，但是你要知道，我们刚刚讲，它可能是它美式英语比较常见。它通常用于 casual speech， 然后呢，它常常有那种 emphasis 那种感觉，强调，非常强调的一个感觉。那当然有的时候它是为了这样讲，就是希望能跟别人比较亲近一点，故意用一个比较这个乡土一点的比较非正式的用法，亲民，比较亲民的用法。
All right, next we're going to talk about fine. Watch out for this word because number one, the meaning has changed over the years and the centuries. The previous meaning is not quite the same now in American English. The current British meaning is closer to the original meaning. In American English, it has changed, especially the flavor of it has changed. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, I'm the husband now, and then Wesley is the wife, and he's coming out in this new dress. And then the wife, Wesley, says, well, what do you think of the dress? And I look at it and I say, the dress is fine.
这个其实有点冷冷的感觉。
Right.
Yeah.
So if I say it's fine, it means 过得去. It's okay. 你不要再浪费时间在那边东挑西挑，不值得。过得去了. It's not the best. It's not the most beautiful thing in your wardrobe. It doesn't flatter you as much as some of your other clothes. But it's okay. It's fine. It's good enough for this purpose. Watch out for the word fine in American English. It means 过得去可以了，不要再浪费时间在这上面。
好，所以要注意哈 ，This dress is fine 这个句子呢，这个 fine 当然是形容词，但是这个 fine 在美式英文里面呢，在这样的一个用法里面，这个 fine 其实是表示还可以的，过得去了啊，就不用再花时间，再浪费时间去跳，就这样可以了，可以了。好 ，This dress is fine， 这个 fine 不表示好的意思，不是说啊这个衣服棒哦，不是这个意思，这个衣服好哦，不是哦，在美式英文里面 ，This dress is fine 的意思就是，哎，这个洋装还可以了，还行了。
Right. So watch out in the next sentence. It's similar. This dress suits me fine. That means that somebody was probably criticizing the dress. They were saying, I don't think this dress really suits you. And I think that, this dress is kind of old-fashioned. It's out of fashion. Oh, this dress is a little too short. But then when I try it on, I think it suits me. So I say, this dress suits me fine. 我不管你怎么说，我觉得可以了。
好，所以呢，suits me fine 啊，有这个 this dress 这件衣服呢，我穿起来还可以。它的意思是
很适合我，
很适合我，我穿起来可以啦啊。那并不是说非常的棒的意思，而是说你也许觉得不好，或者是也许你穿不行，也许别人穿不行，可是对我来讲还行，是这种感觉。
And my opinion counts, so say what you want. I've decided it's okay, so I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, 所以这个句子的意思是我认为我决定可以，所以我决定要买了啊。所以要注意这个 fine 在这个两句里面 fine 的用法。
If you really think it's nice, then you say, that dress really suits you well.
那如果说是真的觉得非常合适的话，会讲 well 啊，那就是that dress really suits you well. 这你穿真的很好看，这个时候就真的是很好了。
I don't know if you can hear me chuckling, but I'm laughing because when I said it, I looked away from Wesley because I couldn't imagine Wesley in a dress anymore. I had to look into the corner where there's nobody sitting. Wesley turned his head. He was thinking, what's Karen looking at? Right?
Yeah.
So Wesley turned his head. What are you looking at? I only turned my head because I couldn't imagine Wesley in that nice dress. I wanted to imagine somebody who wasn't there. So that dress really suits you well. That's in a situation we think, 真的很适合你。
所以要注意这种用法啊。所以 你要讲的衣服真的很合适，别人穿起来真的好看，那是 really suits you well。那如果是 suits you fine 的话，就是可以的啦啊，不是最棒的，但是可以的。
Right. All right, now we're going to talk about something that I think there's a big misunderstanding about in many English teaching texts in Taiwan and grammars, and that is good and. For example, good and hot. Now, would it be appropriate to say, wow, the weather is good and hot today?
怪怪的。
It's weird. It's possible, but would have to be a very special situation. If you just want to say, 哇，今天天气好热哦, you would not say good and hot, because good and, it imagines a certain point that you are trying to achieve. 已经好到达到目标了。就是还不错，做得很漂亮。Good and. So we wouldn't say good and hot in that case unless we were waiting for the weather to warm up for a ball game. It's good and hot now. We can go play that game. But we don't usually use it that way. If you just want to say 好热, we will just say it's hot. It's really hot. And we already told you it's blistering hot. Where can we use good and hot? It's when something needs to achieve a certain level in order to be acceptable to all of us, in order to be in a good condition for us to do something else, for example. The example we give here is wait until the oatmeal is good and hot before adding any milk. Because when you are cooking oatmeal and you put the milk in too early, the milk just dissolves in the water and it doesn't taste as good. But if the oatmeal is very hot, the milk will sort of float on the top and be much creamier and tastier. So we're going to wait until the oatmeal is very hot. We'll put the milk on the top and it won't just dissolve into the water. It's good and hot now. You can add the milk.
好，所以这个地方啊，各位要特别注意哈，就是 good and 啊，这个很多有的文法书甚至于会告诉你啊 ，good and 啊，或者 nice and 啊，这个就是等于 very 啊，就直接画一个等于。那其实我自己的经验是，各位这个尤其你如果学英文越学越多啊，你到 advanced level 的时候，其实你对所有的等号都要怀疑。
Throw them all away.
对，因为英文里面没有真正的所谓的等号。
Not just 英文, please.
OK， 中文也一样。
Any language.
Yeah， 因为如果说完全相等的话，那干嘛我要想另外一个方法来说？我觉得这是一个逻辑问题，所以要注意这个 good and 它不是单单等于 very 而已啊。你要注意 good and 呢，就它的概念就像刚刚 Ken 老师讲，你心里面有一个标准啊，就是你要到这个标准啊才够好，或者是它才适合怎样，那个感觉起来是 good and 是有这样的一个感觉。
I thought of a translation just before the program. 恰到好处。That's what it means. 它已经热得恰到好处，现在可以加牛奶咯。
好，所以 good and 它比较恰当的翻译应该是恰到好处那种感觉啊。
OK.
Yeah， 所以这个地方我们看到这个，他说啊，这个燕麦粥呢，你要让它 good and hot， 就是要等到这个。你心里面想到这个燕麦粥到某一个温度，它才适合加牛奶下去啊。
Right， 味道最好。味
道最好。然后现在对，到了那个阶段了，这个时候就是 good and hot 那种感觉。
Right. Okay. Our last part.
好，那最后一部分呢，副词的功能，那当然很简单，它可以用来修饰动词啊，包括转化的动词转化出来的不定词啊、动名词啊、分词啊等等。这个时候副词通常是放在动词的后面。
He studies hard.
啊，这我讲大家很熟啊，修饰动词 studies， 然后放在studies 的后面。
I love you very much.
好 ，very much 副词修饰 love 啊，放在 love 的后面，还有受词的后面。因为及物动词跟受词的关系非常的紧，所以通常不会把副词加到这个动词跟受词之间，所以会先讲动词受词 I love you， 然后再讲 very much。
And 不定词后面也可以 You have to study hard.
You have to study hard. To study 是个不定词，那也可以用副词来修饰它。
代名词 gerunds 也可以 Rising early is good for your health.
好，那因为动名词它是从动词画出来，它还有动词的性质，所以它也可以加副词修饰。Rising 是个动名词，后面加一个副词 early 来修饰，早起对你健康有益。
But what do we have to watch out for?
但是要小心，形容词不可以修饰动词，所以不可以说 he speaks English good， 这个是不对的。
You have to say he speaks English well.
他英文说得很好。
That is it for today. Please tune in next time. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.